Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. The Forbidden Unlimited list is here, and yeah, we're going to talk about it. I haven't technically seen anything on this, but I did obviously see that there was a ban list, and yeah, I was away, sorry I'm late, but yeah, I just got back from my grandfather's funeral, so this may be coming to you slightly later than normal, but that's okay. Let's just hop into this. This is the TCG ban list, and yeah. Starting off, we have some Unlimits, all of which are inconsequential. Armageddon Knight, Red Rose Dragon. This could have came off ages ago. Magic Spectre Kieran. Plushfire has been errata'd, which is why it's at 3 now. I believe they just put it to 1 in the OCG because of the errata, and now there's that. I believe, yeah, both of the effects now read, you can only use this effect once per turn, which is the only thing that made Plushfire a ban-worthy card. But yeah, there you go. Honestly, those are the only erratas I do like. If we're going to talk about erratas real quick, genuinely, if you errata something, the only reason to change it is to put a once per turn where there once wasn't, or to even remove a once per turn if there needs to be. But that's basically it. AFD, Danglong, yeah, Time Seal, absolutely. Semi-limited cards are the Dragon Rulers, cool. Lunalight Tiger, I don't like this card. Colossus, okay. Ib, sure. None of these matter. Lunalight Tiger, no, it doesn't. I'm lying to you. Newly limited, Ava. Why? Man, I hate Drytron. And now with Ava at 1, Drytron's gonna play the stupid Herald shenanigans, and it ruins the whole gimmick of Drytron. I guess with the limitations that now Drytron is locked into fusion or ritual summoning with the new cards. Yeah, no, I guess I just don't like it. It's just bad. It's the same thing with Ben 10, where it's like, oh, this is just not future-proofed. And, like, now you can't print good ritual cards. Because if they don't lock you, you just get to search with Ben 10 infinitely, and it's stupid. Snake Eye Ash and Poplar. Both to 1. This is... I don't like consistency hits. That is not what I enjoy. I don't enjoy when cards go from consistent to inconsistent. It's just not fun, right? I would have much preferred an actual limitation to the end boards that they could get to, but this, you can still do the same stuff. So there's that. Not a fan. Don't like Snake Eye Ash. Like, Snake Eyes is one of the decks where pretty simply you kind of have to ban something because a limited card doesn't actually solve the issue. However, Snake Eye is definitely more beatable now, and you don't have to rely as heavily on an insane amount of hand traps, right? So it's not bad. Gimmick Puppet Strings to prevent the FTK. I think this does it. I don't know. Okay, this definitely does it. Putting the C40 as well to 1. I believe this entirely stops the FTK for the Gimmick Puppet. I like that. You could have also just banned the field spell. That was very clearly an issue. Like, obviously, that was the biggest issue. But of course, it's a new card. They're not going to do that. They should have just not printed that card. But hey, if they stop the FTK, that's all that we care about. Branded Fusion to 1. I actually do like this. I think Branded Fusion is a... Yeah, it going to 1 in Master Duel. Branded's still absolutely playable. It's at 1 in the OCG. It's still absolutely playable. Yeah, Branded Fusion is just a stupid card, and I really hate it. And being able to now negate it and not have your opponent just search another one, right, is very nice. This also kills Branded Chimera, which is my least favorite version of Branded because I hate Chimera. Smile. So I like this. Good limitations. Honestly, this is like I don't hate this. This is pretty good ban list thus far. Opening of the Spirit Gates. I knew something like this was going to happen. They weren't going to touch any of the Ubel stuff. That just never happens. So I like it. No, I don't. I'm lying to you. I don't like this. Obviously, Phantom of Ubel is the problem. Clearly, right? This kind of hinders Ubel, but not really. So Yeah, this is stupid. This is just dumb. This is a bad hit. The more that I think about it, the more I don't like it. It's stupid. Pot of Prosperity. I hate this card. Ban this card. Just ban it. Just don't put it at 1. Just ban it. Every time your opponent sees Pot of Prosperity, they are more likely to draw or just like be able to play through interactions way more effortlessly, right? They're just going to draw exactly what they need, because seeing 6 cards in a deck just across the board is really, really powerful. However, at the very least, it went from 30 to 1. That makes the game more playable in the TCG. That was one of the most infuriating things. Being able to go like, cool, I'm going to play Kashtira and still have 3 Pot of Prosperity to basically guarantee that I can like see my combo was insufferable. And obviously that wasn't as big of an issue with like Snake Eye, but still a very annoying card. And yeah, not really very fun. Song and Summoning, absolutely. I like this. Song and Summoning, again, should just be banned. This is just a silly card. In what world is it interesting where your opponent no longer has the opportunity to interact with your plays? That's not fun. That's not interesting, right? So Song and Summoning being able to basically just say, no interaction, is, it kind of defeats the purpose of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know? So I hate it. Just ban it. Just print a different card that searches a card and just get rid of this one. Smile. So I did see this. I scrolled down a little bit too far. Grass. Why? Why? In what world? Konami, what are you... Why? What does this allow for? Why would you put this from 0 to 1? We had a good thing. We had a good thing going. We didn't have to deal with grass. We didn't have to deal with the random just, okay, I'm going to resolve this and win the game because that's how this game goes. This card does not provide for interesting deck building or dynamic gameplay. All it does is say, okay, I'm going to high roll and win. And if I don't high roll and make it an absolutely unplayable game, it will be unplayable the other way because I will have nothing to do. This is an insufferable card. I hate this card. Just ban it. Just keep it banned. It is so poorly designed, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks already don't need to play grass to play more than 40 cards, even upwards of 60, right? We have seen this time and time again in the TCG since the banning of grass. If you are trying to incentivize people to play more than 40, this is already happening. It was already happening. Jesse Cotton just won a YCS with a 47-card deck. Because it was just the best way to play the deck, right? Grass doesn't provide anything. It is just insufferable. Because now, you have to ash that grass looks greener. You have to. Because if you don't, you lose. And that is bad gameplay. Because it's not gameplay. It is something else entirely. It is a fucking coin flip. I hate it. Bad card. Bad card. Bad list. I immediately despise this list now. Moving on. Skill Drain. Great. Why is it not just banned? Why even put it to 1? What is putting it to 1 do? It means that there are less games that are decided by it, but there are still games decided entirely by it. It's the same thing with grass. Just put it to 0. Just keep it at 0. There's nothing that is provided by Skill Drain that provides interesting gameplay. If it resolves, the game sucks. Period. Don't like it. Bad. Newly Forbidden. What the fuck? The hell? Why? Why? Why Lacrima? That's the Fiendsmith card? Did they ban something else? Abo! Abo! Hold on. Okay. I could not explain to you why Lacrima is banned. That hurts my brain. I don't want to think about that. That just doesn't make any sense. But okay, yeah. Sure, dude. Apollosa, good riddance. You will not be missed. Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend, King Calamity, absolutely. Yeah, this one was expected. Sure, moving on. Beatrice, absolutely was expected. And that's it. What the hell? give me a second to... I'm thinking about how I actually feel about this list. Let's start with the Unlimits and Semi-Limits. Honestly, all of these, totally fine. They're not really going to change anything. I think they're fine. Realistically, yeah. A lot of these, honestly, probably should have gone up in numbers, right? For a while now, because they realistically haven't been doing anything, right? Things like Red Rose, that was limited because of Hulk, right? Things like Danglong, things like Time Seal. The fact that Time Seal was still on the ban list, the fact that it's still on the Master Duel ban list, wild, crazy. This card is ass. It's so bad. So it being to 3, great. Moving on to limitations. This kind of hurts Snake Eye, but they can still kind of do what they need to. They're just more inconsistent, right? However, they still have 3 Diabell Star, 3 Wanted, if I'm not mistaken. Which means that realistically, this doesn't do a whole lot. All it does is, like, now you can't, like, normal summon Snake Eye Ash and then follow up with Diabell Star as often. You still can, though. And with Fire King Snake Eye still being a thing, it doesn't really change too much in terms of, like, the math, right? But it does notably make the deck significantly weaker in terms of its consistency, which means that there are more games where, like, a single hand trap is going to do more, right? And with the limitation to specific, or with the banning of specifically Apollosa, that again means that realistically they're ending on a weaker board, right? Especially with skill drain and stuff like that being limited and all of that jazz. So overall, I think that it's fine. Like, it kind of does what it wants to. You're not killing Snake Eye, which I think is a good thing, given the fact that Snake Eye is kind of the next mana, the next like Vsauce lore, the next branded lore. So in terms of, like, keeping that meta relevant, I think it's fine, right? A lot of annoying cards like FTKs and the like are limited, right? Pot of Prosperity, the Gimmick Puppet FTK, Song and Summoning, pretty good. Banning of, King Calamity, banning of Beatrice, banning of Vapo, all good. Cards that should not realistically... Why is Ava here? And more specifically, why did Grass go back to 1? Why? In what world did we want Grass back at 1? This is the most frustrating. Because it's not like playing Grass was bad. I mean, just look at Master Duel. Like, genuinely. How many decks can play Grass? There are so many, right? If you look at the OCG, right? Granted, to be fair, in the OCG it's at 2, which means you're more likely to see it, especially in 60. Like, that does matter quite significantly. But the thing is, like, what does it provide? People are already still playing 60-card lists, so it's not like, they're providing a dynamic, like, deck-building opportunity. This to me is the most infuriating. Because having played against it so much in Master Duel, you just have to concede that game. That game is chalked. It doesn't matter. You just cannot avoid it. Because you can't play against that. There's too much value when Grass resolves. You have to save your interaction to make sure that Grass does not resolve. And with Branded Fusion also being a thing, as well as the myriad of other things that you may want to Ash Blossom, as well as just forcing Ash Blossom to be more prevalent because of that Grass existing, it's just, why? There's no reason for this. The rest of the ban list is fine. It's whatever. It's pretty much expected. I don't think... I genuinely do think that there will be a new top deck, and it's going to be Fiendsmith UL. That's it. Other than that, like, hitting Lacrimas does nothing to the Fiendsmith stuff, right? Hitting Beatrice does matter. I think this is a good hit. And specifically deals with a lot of the really frustrating stuff about Fiendsmith, which I think is the biggest factor. I don't hate the Fiendsmith stuff, except for the price, obviously. But that's beside the point when it comes to the ban list. So all in all, yeah, this just feels bad. This is just, hate it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I talked a lot about this stuff, and yeah, you could tell it's a ban list though, and it's a big one. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree? Do you like this ban list? Do you hate this ban list? Let me know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.